Financial abuse. What is financial abuse? Financial abuse occurs when one intimate partner exerts control over the other's ability to access, acquire, utilize, or keep economic resources, reducing the victim's ability to sustain themselves and forcing them to rely on the other. One of the most common reasons why victims stay in an abusive relationship is the lack of financial independence. Everyone is entitled to economic freedom. Financial abuse occurs when your partner controls your money, or incurs debts in your name. But you don't have to go through it alone. Financial abuse is all about withholding money, controlling all household expenditures, or refusing to include a victim in financial choices. Financial abuse can occur in conjunction with other types of abuse, such as physical or emotional abuse, but it can also occur alone. God's thoughts on financial abuse. Psalm 9, verses 7 to 10 says, "But the Lord reigns forever, executing judgment from his throne. He will judge the world with justice and rule the nations with fairness. The Lord is a shelter for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you, for you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you." If you are a victim of financial abuse, there are spiritual steps and practical steps you can take to free yourself from this. God will lead you and shelter you, but He uses people to do this. This means a requirement on your side to reach out to trusted friends and families for support. Do not suffer in silence. What are the signs of financial abuse? The following are signs of financial abuse. Abuser controls your earnings. Abuser refuses to discuss financial matters with you. Interfering with employment decisions. Messing with financial benefits. Exploiting financial resources. Abuser is secretive of earnings and how money is spent. Denying access to bank accounts. Abuser spends money on self but withholds what is due to the victim. Forcing you to be financially dependent on abuser. Having to beg for money from the abuser to meet your needs. Forced debt, you realize that they have racked up debts in your name. Abuser has authority over your personal belongings, such as your phone or car. Abuser squanders money set aside for household expenses. Abuser is unaccountable about their financial earnings and leave you to pick up on bills. God expects fair and equal treatment in all we do. Zechariah 7, verses 9 and 10 says, "This is what the Lord of Heaven's armies says, judge fairly and show mercy and kindness to one another. Do not oppress widows, orphans, foreigners, and the poor. And do not scheme against each other." Financial scheming and unfair judgment are what financial abuse is all about. Someone exploiting others for their own good, which isn't reflective of God's nature or Christian character. What are the impacts of financial abuse? The following are examples of the impacts of financial abuse. Inability to become financially independent. Feeling powerless to spend money as you need. Sense of shame and anger having to beg for money from the abuser. Self-blame for allowing abuser to get them into debt. Fear or anxiety about buying things without permission from the abuser. Feeling trapped and unable to leave the relationship due to lack of finance. Low self-esteem and self-worth because of having to ask for permission to spend money. Financial abuse can be well veiled, and its perpetrators are often good at trying to justify their actions as being godly and wise. This is to psychologically hold the victim captive from taking steps to stop the abuse. If one or more of the warning signs mentioned applies to you, then you should aim to seek help to recover or rebuild your financial status. Next steps. Remember, living in an abusive relationship and setting is toxic on so many levels. A toxic relationship or environment can stagnate your life, compromise God's best for you, and leave psychological damage that may sometimes be difficult to overcome. As always, if not yet done, we encourage you to sign up and join our community today, by clicking the link below in the description section, to receive a free gift and all the support you need to journey through life, and overcome your life challenges. That's all for now. Remain blessed with divine health and well-being.